everybody, welcome back to Midvale Minis. I'm Kat. Today I'm going to be putting some final touches in part of my garden room box, and then I'm going to be putting my garden room box to bed for a little while. It's fall, I want to do some fall projects, and then Christmas is coming, so I just want to put it aside for a little bit and then come back to it, because otherwise I feel like I'm trying to rush through everything, and I don't want to rush, I want to enjoy it. So let me show you a few things that I'm doing here, and then we'll be moving on to fall in our next video. Okay, so the first method I used to put my hosta leaves together, I sort of arranged them how I wanted them, put some glue around the base, and then taped it to try and keep it together. That was really difficult because, of course, they keep shifting and moving and sliding, and then I thought to myself, well, maybe there's an easier way. So what I did with this one is I took some of my air dry clay, my brown air dry clay, the one I used before, the Model Magic, and I just made a little mound, and then I pushed them in and arranged them how I wanted them, and I'm just going to let it dry like that. So I'm going to show you that method right now with the last one I'm going to do. I'm only doing 4 hostas, and they're going to go in each one of the 4 corners by the statues. Okay, so now I have my little mound of Model Magic, and I am going to keep this one here for inspiration. And what I want to do is I'm going to take some of the larger leaves. I divided them all up, so I have the same number of large leaves, middle-sized leaves, and small leaves in each one. And now I'm just going to take the larger ones and put the larger ones across the bottom. I am going to be cutting some of these because I feel like my wire is a little too long. So I'm going to sort of start in the middle and just arrange. This one got stuck on another one and it pulled some of the ink off, so I'm going to push that to the back. And you can see it's already taking shape. I actually have a lot of hostas in my garden, and they do have randomly shaped leaves. Like, they're not all exactly the same shape, they're not all exactly the same size. Some of the newer leaves are smaller, etc., etc. So this is a really good representation of what a real hosta looks like. And by the way, if you use the link that I gave you for the free download and you make one yourself, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see how yours comes out, what you do with it, where you put it, like what kind of space you put it into, if you have a little mini garden, etc., etc. Okay, and here are the 2 that are in the Model Magic. And I'm just going to leave them to dry overnight. This is what the Model Magic looks like there. So it is mounded up a little bit, but you're never going to see it once I put it into the room box. I really like how that came out. And oh my goodness, it was so much easier. So much easier. I will report back and let you know how it dries. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this espresso bean paint and I'm going to go around the edge of each one of these dirt areas and see if maybe that will make it look less noticeable. That already looks so much better. This is what I should have coated it with first before I glued any coffee on. I should have just done this whole thing. Oh well. So there we are. That looks really good. I'm gonna go ahead and do all the other ones as well. Okay, I've decided to try putting this down. Instead of gluing it, I'm going to put it down with some double-sided tape. So here's where I'm gonna leave it for now. I did put the double-sided tape down and I don't think it's gonna work. I think I'm gonna end up having to glue it down. I still have to glue in these two statues. The fountain is in where it should be. You can see the hostas. I just love how that looks. I will be filling it in with more coffee. I'm just so pleased with how it came out. I will be putting this to bed for a little bit so I can move on to some fall projects. And here's where we're going to leave it off. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Bye.